want to bring in Neil McCabe. He is an Iraq War veteran. He is a writer, and he's also on a brief leave from Breitbart News, where he covers Congress. And Neil, as we just saw, Trump's job approval ratings are a little bit all over the place at this point, but you actually have a really special perspective on the president. You've met him several times. You've interviewed him like 6 or 7 times.
Sure.
What can you tell us about the man behind the poll numbers?
I think what's so strange about when you meet Donald Trump is that on stage he's bombastic, he's big, he seems to be saying whatever pops into his head, you know. But when you meet him in person, he's a very courtly man. He's very concerned about others in the room. He's aware of other people. He checks in. He acknowledges them. I just always found him very polite and patient. Just an incredible gentleman.
So he's got a very different public persona and maybe private persona. He has talked a lot about what he hoped to accomplish in these first 100 days, and I actually want to listen to him in his own words. Take a listen.
So we're going to do repeal and replace, very complicated stuff. And we're going to get a health bill passed. We're going to get health care taken care of in this country.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
And Mexico will pay for the wall. 100%.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
And we're going to bring the coal industry back, folks. We're going to bring it back.
And we will be stronger and bigger and better as a nation than ever before. We're right on track.
So he's 0 for 4 on all of these legislative promises. This really hasn't been accomplished. How do you defend that?
Well, he does have 4 years, perhaps 8. And so a lot of things are actually still in play. I think in the first 100 days, he's been remarkably successful in overturning Obama's last-minute regulations. He signed at least 13 of what's called the Congressional Review Act, which before Trump became president they'd only been passed once. And so this is really a sea change where you're actually undoing regulations through legislation. I think we're going to see some kind of reform of the Obamacare bill. It didn't happen within the first 100 days, but the Republicans are really working on a 200-day schedule, so we're still inside the 200 days, which expires at Labor Day. I still think before Labor Day, we're going to see significant changes to what we call Obamacare. We're going to see significant tax cuts and tax reform. You're going to see more money for defense. And so all of those things that we elected a guy to do in 4 years, we're going to see happening in the next 200 days.
Well, he still has a lot of work to do. And Neil McCabe, thank you so much for joining us.